Welcome back, everybody. Glad to see you could make it. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Hopefully you'll find this interesting and you'll be with us for a while, so we'll see. So what are we looking at here? Well, first of all, this is one of my latest productions. It basically is basically another test model. Made a few others before this one just to kind of test the methods, but didn't actually go to the end, putting handles on and all that. So this is going to be the first one of that. So if you want to know more about this guy here and what it's all about, stay with us. Glad you stayed to check this out. So if you haven't seen any of the past videos, kind of working on getting into the knife making end of things. And let's see here, it's so bright out here it's hard to see. Make sure I'm getting this in there for you. There we go. Okay. And the handles on this thing, they're Cedar handles. The steel on it is CPM 80 CRV2 with the aluminum pins there in the handle. Overall length of right about 9 3/4, and a blade length of right at 5 inches. And that's gonna have a full convex grind with a spear point blade style. And like I said earlier, this was basically just a test, so the finish on the blade is not quite where I would have it if I were to be quote unquote done. I just didn't really want to take it all the way and then test it and it break and my heat treat not be right or something. And the thickness on this is only the 5/32, so that's actually going to be really thin. But being that it is 80 CRV2, it should be pretty tough. And on top of that, it's CPM, which is an American made steel. Stands for crucible powder metallurgy, so it's a really tough brand, quote unquote, I guess you could say, of steel. So I'm kind of testing a lot of different things here on this this one knife. So what else about it? I did put the full edge on it, like I would put on anything else, all the way up to 200,000 grit, so should be plenty sharp. I haven't tested that yet either. I just put the edge right on it and went with it. So we'll do some testing. Boy, it's a nice day out here. Got to get rid of the jacket. Way too much. It was kind of windy there for a minute, so it kind of goes from a little bit cooler to hotter. So, but it's nice all in all. I'll definitely take it. So, standard sheet of printer paper here. Nothing special. So, I mean, it's really sharp. I dare say it's... Yeah, oh yeah. Shaving sharp, no problem. A bald spot on my arm now. So cool, we have no doubt about that. So let's do some testing on this thing and see if it actually will hold that edge. You know, especially with it being thinner stock and all that good stuff, you know, we'll run it kind of hard and just see what happens here. So here we've got a piece of wood which we've used in other tests. You can see obviously from the feathering, but let's just see. Okay, so right off the bat, I can already tell you that my grind on the edge is still just a hair thick behind it, so it needs to be thinned out some. Yeah, because see, I'm having to get too much angle this way on the knife to get a bite. I really should be getting a bite about right here, but I'm not. So that's one thing I need to definitely fix on it. And this wood isn't exactly the best for feathering, but it will. Yeah, I've got to fix that edge. It's not quite where it should be. So that's part of the testing and learning, is figuring that out. So we know that needs to be worked on a little bit. Sharpness obviously isn't the problem, it's the geometry of it. So we know that needs to be fixed. So we'll put that one thing on the list. So now we got a little piece of wood here, which, you know, you can see isn't huge. I would say probably 1.5 inches, somewhere around there. And being this knife is thin, it's not probably gonna baton the greatest, but let's find out. And of course we've got a crack there, so as always, we're gonna exploit that crack. Okay, so far so good. And you know, with the knife being this thin, you're not gonna use it for batoning major stuff. You know, maybe just like kindling for a fire is all that you would really be batoning with this. I mean, so far so good. Okay, we got a knot right here. Driving it down into the stump. That's kind of funny. Let's try that again. Right through it. Clean that off. Now let's go ahead and take a look. See if we detect any edge damage here. I don't see any wood on it there. Now hold on, let me look here. Is that wood or is that a roll? No, it's just wood. Alright, good, just wood. So the edge is good so far. And of course it's straight as an arrow. I don't know if I can really hold that to where you can see very well. Am I in the shot? Yeah, there we go. I don't know, hopefully you can see. So one thing I did on this that I'll definitely change, or fix I should say, is the total thickness of the scales here. I left them kind of thick because I wasn't sure after I rounded in, you know, all the contours exactly what it would leave me. So I left it thick. Probably not going to change that on this knife, but on the next one, you know, I will make that a little bit better, because it fits my hands fine. You know, I have bigger hands, but if I was making it, you know, for somebody else, it might be a little too thick for them. So that's one other thing to add on to the list of things that the next model will have that this one doesn't. Let's move all this out of here. So worked great on that. So now we got our good old piece of fat wood here that we've used before. So of course, you know, you got to have a sharp spine. That's almost a requirement. So let's see what that sharp spine can do here. And keep in mind that I haven't tested any of this knife until just now. Trying to test all the way down it here to make sure. Look at that. That works good. Nice. Very nice. Okay. So it'll pull some scrapings, very nice. Look at all the resin there. Hope you can see that. So now that we know the spine's good and sharp and works good, we probably know that it's going to work good on this rod, which again, we're going to use the 4 Directions Bushcraft. This is their Elite, I think they call it. It's the almost 8" by 1/2 inch. And it is a softer rod, so, you know, like a Light My Fires, the harder kind of rod. This is softer. So let's try to get this lit before the wind takes it out here. Ooh, sharp. Got it. Okay, let's try just a little different here. Let's try it in this way. Whoa, it's hard to do with this giant rod. There it went. One little tiny spark's all it took. It's amazing. Yeah, that spine is kicking. It's a good spark. Got it. So, yeah. That worked out pretty good. So the next one in line is gonna be more of a bushcraft design, you know, with the Scandi grind, and the handle design is fairly close to that one. It's not the same though, so that'll be the next one to get finished. And then I've also got a camp knife that has, you know, I've got it made, you know, it's heat treated and everything. It has to be finished. So, and then there'll be some others that come along after. So just thought that I'd let y'all take a look at this and see what y'all thought, and let me know down below what you guys think of this and any ideas y'all might have. So glad y'all hung out to check this out with me, and take care out there, and I guess we'll see you in the next one. Well, I thought we were done. First of all, I need to correct what I said earlier. CPM doesn't actually stand for crucible powder metallurgy. It actually stands for crucible particle metallurgy. But I have heard it said both ways. But the actual correct definition is the crucible particle metallurgy. So, and then after doing our tests here, I mean, I highly doubt this will be dull, but let's just go ahead and check it out. And of course you can see I haven't cleaned it up or done anything to it, so let's just see here. Well, maybe it might have hit a little spot there. Yep, there's definitely a little bit of something there, but it's so fine, can't see it. I can't feel it either. Wonder if it's catching on some of that, maybe that residue, or maybe some sap or some of that. Let's try this again after I kind of wipe some of that off. Yeah, it's all good. Whoa. No, I think it's kind of catching on something there, but I can't really detect it with my eye or my finger there. But it may have just a little tiny blemish in it. I'll have to inspect it more, and I'll let you know in the comments if you ask about it, and we'll see. So, my heat treat on that may not be exactly perfect, so we'll have to dig more into that. So, anyways, I'll let you all go. Hopefully you're out enjoying the nice weekend, so enjoy it while you can. There may not be that many left, you never can tell. So, thanks for spending your time with me, and we'll see you next time.